Paul79 here. I hope you're safe and well. Hope you've been all okay. I haven't done a video for a few weeks. I've been, usual things with life, busy at work, playing table tennis, getting ready for Christmas, selling a bit of Paul79 merch. Oh, it's so cold here in the UK at the moment. Look, you can see my breath. It's cold in the old garage. But yeah, I've been wearing this hoodie. Oh, it's fantastic. I love it. I've been wearing it constantly, wearing it to work, wearing to go out to the shops and stuff like that. I think it's going to walk into the washing machine on its own. But yeah, I really love it. And yeah, so I just want to give a big shout out to my mate Dave, who's my official merch supplier. Dave is brilliant. He obviously, well, not obviously at all. He follows the channel and has been watching it for a good couple of years now, and he always says some nice things. And yeah, he told me that he does this for a living. So yeah, he was the first person I called when I decided to perhaps sell some merchandise. But yeah, cheers Dave, thanks very much. I hope everything's all right at home and you have a good Christmas. But PS, I've got a big order of table tennis shirts coming in the new year, so going to keep you busy. But yeah, so car work's taken a bit of a back seat for the past few weeks. Been getting ready for Christmas, had to put the lights up on the outside of the house. Oh my god, I hate that job, I really do, because it's always cold. I should really just do it in September really, shouldn't I? Then just not switch them on till December. But yeah, it took all day because I keep having to come in the house and sort of thaw out. My hands, my fingers and my toes are so cold. But it's all done now and it actually looks quite good, even if I do say so myself. But yeah, I'm pleased that is all done. Another reason for the delay is I've sort of been waiting for the results of my roll cage issue. But it doesn't look like, that was about 2-3 weeks ago, doesn't look like I'm gonna get the result I want, so I think I'm just gonna have to make do with it. So I've bought some more of the old these bolts that I'm gonna have welded on for the seat belt, to hold the seat belt. So I'm gonna get that sorted next week. So this weekend I will take that roll cage out and get it ready. I'm actually gonna test it. I'm gonna get a seat out of the white car and put it in here so I can just make sure that where I'm going to weld those bolts is in the right position. So yeah, I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. And of course, it was my beautiful, amazing wife's birthday. Hello Jules, happy birthday my dear. It was her birthday last weekend, so we were making sure she had a good time, bless her. And then the only other thing, couple of weeks ago, flipping scratched my white car as I was coming out of the car park. I curbed the front bumper at the bottom, the black bit that goes like the splitter. Oh, so I was so frustrated. It was like I was just coming out of the car park, I've been at work all day, got off the train, and I was so worried about hitting the car on the other side where there was this post. I didn't think about the front, and yeah, it was, oh my word, did it make a loud noise. And if you sort of follow me on Instagram, I put sort of a little reel on there. Check me out using the word reel. Yeah, down with the kids. I put it on there, and oh my word, the noise it made when I scratched, I thought, oh my god, what have I done? But no, it's all good. It's not all good, but it's only surface damage. What I'm going to do anyway, because that front splitter has been, mullered over sort of I've been driving that car for about 3 years now, the white one. So yeah, it really is a good old daily driver. I'm going to get it done in the summer properly because there is a lot of chips and stuff that have been knocked out anyway. So I'm just going to take it to my boys and they're just going to jack it up and they'll mask off, fill it in and paint it all black again. I might have to do a quick fix on it with a Sharpie, maybe. I might just do that for now. But yeah, all good. So now it's time to get a little serious. So today is the 15th of December 2023, and some of you may remember, but that was the day 2 years ago that we sadly, I lost my dad. He passed away from cancer, stomach cancer. And you know, obviously it's never a good time, but you know, at Christmas and stuff like that, you know, today was the day, and I thought, you know, we should do a video to obviously mark the occasion. It's been 2 years now, and they say time's a healer, and yeah, I believe in that, but you never forget. So I just wanted to mark the occasion, you know, because it's the day, and it's about time I did a video because I've had 3 weeks off, and just say, you know, to mention the big guy. Here he is. There he is. I've got a photo of him in my garage, so you know, and I put it just down there, so he's always looking at me when I'm fiddling at the bench. And you know, he plays such a big part in our lives that you know, obviously we can't pass this day without mentioning him. So you know, I've been okay today. I've actually last year we went up to Nottingham to see where he was buried. But this year, you know, we didn't do that. We might go in the summer next year. No, not the summer. We might go in the spring, like Easter, and sort of time it with a Centre Parks break. So, yeah, have to remortgage my house again, I think, in the new year. But today I've been all right. I've had quite a busy day at work, and, you know, so sort of haven't really been thinking about it. But I'm sure tonight I'll have a little cry, especially if I put on some Jackson Browne, which is one of his favourite musicians. There's a particular song that just really reminds me of him. You know, I miss him so much. So yeah, like I said, I've got the photo in the garage with me. So he's always with me, and you know, keeping an eye on me, which gives me a bit of comfort. So yeah, anyway, I hope you're doing okay, Dad, up in heaven. I hope you're enjoying the YouTube channel. I hope you got good Wi-Fi up there, and yeah, I just hope you're sort of proud of me and my family. So yeah, cheers to you, mate. So obviously we've been talking about Dad, and I'm a dad as well, and I think we're going to have to you know, introduce some sort of regular feature into these videos. And what better way to, so like my dad, he loved jokes, right? The shorter the better, because Dad was sort of a man of few words. So what we're going to do from now on, every week, we're going to tell a dad joke, okay? I have a good friend of mine at work, Callum. He, well, he's half my age, but he has the same sense of humour as me, and he loves a good old dad joke as well. So I have to give him credit for this one. But yeah, and I've charged him, because I used to be his manager as well, I've charged him with coming up with a joke for me every week. So here we go. Joke number one. Well, we're only going to do one a week, but okay, joke number one. What did the tie say to the hat? I'll hang around, you go on ahead. Good one, that, isn't it? Not rude or anything like that, but you know, good. I like that. Cheers, Callum. So before we get to the car stuff, and I'm sorry guys, I know your bums are hurting because it's a bit of a long intro this week, but I haven't done it for 3 weeks, have I? So you know, I've got to make up for it. I need to talk about the merch again. Yes, I know I started with the merch, but you know, this is very important. So if you actually buy anything from me with the old logo on, and I do love the logo, I'm very proud of it. Very proud of it. Designed it myself. If you buy something from me, you get this lovely with compliments card. And on that is obviously saying thank you very much for buying it. But it also means, what it says on here is also, if you send me a photo of you wearing the t-shirt or the hoodie or the hat, you get an extra special shout out on a video. So this is the section of the video where the people who are all my close friends and family have bought t-shirts and hoodies from me. So this is where we are. So first of all, we're going to go through. There's only about 27 to go through. Don't worry about it. No, not really. It's about 7. But who knows? Maybe we go global one day. But All I would say though is all those people that have sent me pictures of them wearing the merch, and that's really good, thank you very much. If I get 50 of them, I will make a little compilation of them, and you get, you know, you get put on YouTube and you can, you know, see yourself wearing it. So yeah, if you don't want that, please let me know, all right, because I respect everyone's sort of privacy and opinion, etc, etc. So without further ado, let's go. So first of all, Yuli. Now Yuli is a very good friend of mine. He discovered me through the channel. He's a table tennis player. He's a lot better at table tennis than me, judging by, you know, the standard he played at. He was the official first person to buy some Paul79 merch. So first of all, thank you very much, mate. I also hand delivered it to the Every Drop Off, the co-op down the road, in my GT3 RS. So thank you very much. You look great in it. Big shout out to your beautiful wife, Maya, and your lovely son, Ryan. And just don't forget that there is still time to get them to some Paul79 merch before the last Christmas post. I'll send you a message on Instagram. Alistair, a good friend of mine at work, he's a lovely man, or as he likes to say, you can call me Al. Boom, boom. Yeah, he bought one, sent me a photo. Look, you look really good in it, Al. Thanks very much for buying it. Alex, my colleague at work, I'm actually her manager. I actually gave hers free because she's she joined my team when I was just starting the channel, and she's been very supportive. And to be fair, when I did the Michael Jackson Name the Songs video, she was the only one that got all the questions right. So shout out to you, Alex, but also shout out to your lovely boyfriend, Alexandru, who actually bought a t-shirt and requested that it was signed, which I obviously did, and yeah, sent me a photo. So happy Christmas, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you have a good Christmas. Who's next? Bucko. Bucko is a very good friend of mine, table tennis player. You know, I made him buy a shirt because he's got loads of money. You know, he used to have a Porsche. And he actually played a table tennis match a couple of weeks ago wearing it. And I don't know whether it's a coincidence, but he played the best I've ever seen him play wearing that shirt. And he also looked pretty hot in it, to be fair. So yeah, Bucko, next year I might be sending some modelling work your way for the new website. So yeah, cheers, mate. Maria and Samia, two very good friends of mine from work. They both bought them. They've worn them. They've gone to the gym in them. You know, they've gone shopping in them. So thank you very much, girls. That's very good of you to sort of wear that and support the channel. Mark, a very good friend of mine. I've known him years now, actually. He's also a kit car builder. He's quite slow in his kit car builds. You know, and of course he had to buy one. I made him buy one. But I talk about him being slow in his builds. When he finishes what he's building, it is going to be amazing, and he's going to put all of mine to shame, because it's going to be fantastic. So happy Christmas, Mark. Thank you very much for buying the t-shirt. And finally, Sam, the BMW, my beautiful, amazing wife's father-in-law. Again, of course, his family, he's got to buy one. Even though he lives down the road, I charged him postage anyway, because that's what you got to do to your father-in-law, isn't it? But yeah, he was a bit awkward. I mean, I know the customer's always right, but he really wanted one in pink. But I said to him, Sam, you can have any colour you want as long as it's black, just like Henry Ford. So now we're going to get onto the car stuff. So this week's episode is going to be about the rear quarter windows. Now, there's nothing too complicated about them, but having done a few of these cars over the years, I thought I'd better do a video on them, especially as this whole piece, this part is very expensive. I spent a lot of money on these windows over the years because things have broken and things have gone wrong, and I don't want you to make the same mistake. But you know, they're very much, you know, a feature of the car. They do fit nicely into the mold of the kit, but there are a couple of things that you need to watch out for. So what I'm going to do this tomorrow, and I've started filming what I'm going to show you anyway, about a week in advance anyway, as I sort of prepare for it. But yeah, we're going to talk about the rear quarter windows and what you need to do. So I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, so here we are. We've got the windows here. I've got a couple here. So first thing I need to tell you is they can be tinted. It's actually quite hard to tell unless you put it on a sort of a bench like this with a clear background, but you can see this one is clearly not tinted, whereas that one is. So that's the first thing you need to bear in mind. Secondly, when you buy it or get them, it'll have some sort of extra fittings here. I can't for the life of me find them. I only took them off the other day. But what you need to do is you need to just get rid of it. So all you've got is your these bolts sticking out like that. Okay, next thing, you'll have a little clip here that sticks out, a bit like those things you used to put on your kitchen door to stop your kids opening them when they were little. You don't need that, that just gets in the way, so just grind that off. Yeah, don't try and snap it off, grind it off with your file, with your power file. That's the best thing. This clip, now this, let's call this the T-piece. Okay, so this clear thing is very important because it slides into the rear of the kit, and it's how the window is secured in place at the rear of it. Yeah, see at the front it's bolted through the B pillar, but you have to be so careful with these things because they break very easily. Okay, it's very easy to snap one of those pegs off, right? I've done it numerous times. Oh, before I forget, you might also have another sort of peg here, but you don't need because that gets in the way. But yeah, back to these. So these are very fragile, and I've actually I've got a good friend of mine, Neil. What he's actually going to do for me, he's going to replicate that peg, you know, with a 3D printer. Because on this particular window, not that I'm actually going to use it, I broke it, right? So what I've had to do is I've ground it all off. Neil's going to make me these pegs. I'll probably drill a little peg hole there and bond it on there so the window can be used again. Because once one of those things snaps, it still technically works, but it won't be pulled into the body as tight as it should be. So these windows are from a Porsche 911 991. Okay, because this kit is based on a 991 model of Porsche. Do not try and get 996 or 997 911 ones because they don't work, because they're a bit smaller. Yeah, and that's probably the reason why you'll find them on eBay a lot cheaper than these ones if you can find them. What you have to do is when the window's in, you also have to fit, and this comes in the kit, I call them the drip rails, right, to sort of marry up with this black trim here. Now, another thing that I've noticed over the years is obviously this thing is white, yeah, and that's a bit annoying. What you probably want to do, and also you might want to grind off this little lip here. You might want to paint that black, because when you put your extra bit of plastic trim along here, when the window's in place, you don't want white showing through there. So on this one, you can see, if I lift it up, it's black. You can't actually tell where it is really. Okay, I did actually use this window on my white car because when I got it on the road, I didn't actually notice that this one was tinted. It was the only tinted one I have had, and since then I've broken it anyway. But yeah, this one has actually been on the white car and, you know, has seen the light of day. So yeah, so that's sort of a bit of a rundown of the windows. So I'm thinking about trying to fit up the rear quarter windows, and one thing I've sort of noticed is my C-pillar trim, the way I sort of fit it, this part is probably protruding a bit too much on both sides. See how it sticks out here? Probably wants to have a bit of it cut off because the window will go up against it. And also I've noticed the way I've done it here, and where I've got the bits that the clip of the window, the sort of like the peg that goes in and behind there, you've got space at the top, which is fine, but the bottom, the C-pillar part, is getting in the way. There is no way we can get the clip in, right? So what I've done, or what I'm going to do, so here's the passenger side. I've taken it off, I've taken a bit of the carpet back. I might need to recover this anyway, doesn't really matter. But I'm going to trim back part of this, probably getting further back to about, so I'll probably make that half the depth that it used to be. And then what I'll do is I'm probably going to cut out this area here, because it doesn't really matter, because you see this line here, this is where the parcel shelf goes against, so you won't see it anyway. Yeah, so I'm just going to cut out a sort of a chunk there, and hopefully then the window will fit better. So I know it's sort of hard to see, but what I've done is I've brought that back so it doesn't protrude as much now. It used to come out to about here where my finger was, and then I've also cut back all of that plastic there so the clip can slide in. Hopefully that's enough. I'm gonna have to recover this anyway, so I've trimmed back some of the carpet. It's not sticky anymore, but yeah, I'm gonna have to redo it anyhow. But yeah, that doesn't matter. So now I'm gonna try it on the car. So another thing I wanted to mention, right, is, and I don't want you to make the same mistake. When I started building this car, because I didn't like the way that we have to put this plastic trim here along the top on the 991 window, I noticed that the Porsche 992 version, so the more up-to-date version, the rear quarter window has that trim already in place, you see. Well, it's all one piece, you see. So they do. So I was looking at pictures on eBay and etc. and thinking, oh, I'd much rather use it like this because this is all in place already. Now, on the surface, they look pretty similar, yeah? I measured it all, etc, etc. And originally, I tried to fit these 992 ones into this car. But, and this is why I don't want you to make the same mistake. The peg bit at the back is in a different position, it's a different shape, and the actual window has a slightly different curve to the 991. I mean, yeah, if you just look at both of them now, they look exactly the same, don't they, apart from this trim bit. But this is a lot more sunken in here than that, and it basically just didn't work. And of course, in Paul79 style, the clips here are black, and I broke that one as well. So this window is pretty useless, to be fair to me now, and it doesn't work, so don't bother trying it. The annoying thing for me though is this bit where the clip slides in. When you buy your kit, this is all filled in and you have to cut this out. You know, you're meant to, you know, this is meant to all be fiberglass, okay? And because I made it a different shape to try and fit the 992 window, when I gave up and admitted defeat that the window wouldn't work, what I had cut out of the fiberglass was in the wrong position. So what I've had to do a bit of a bodge job, but I've basically, this is metal now, which is probably, well, it's gonna be just as good. I've riveted in this metal piece here to simulate what it should look like. So for you guys who are not going to make a mistake like me, your sort of fiberglass, the bit that you cut out, needs to be like that. All right, it's hard to see really. There you go, got the roll cage at the back of it now, so you can see you've got your slot. Next thing, on your kit as well, you have to create 2 holes here in the B pillars, right? Now you'll see on your kit there's sort of indentated sort of marks, don't cut the holes where they are because they're not in the right place. So you need to cut holes, and it's a bit trial and error. What you would do is you'd put your window up against it and sort of work out roughly where the bolts would line up, and then start cutting your holes, and you gradually get bigger and bigger until it works. Now you can see here when I've been trying to fit the window up, because I painted this black, the bolts do scratch on this bit, right, as you're sort of putting it into place. But once it's in place, you effectively then have to put a massive washer on the inside of this, and a nut, and that's it, and you just screw it up. So what you can see here is on the underside. So if we come in here now, oh, let me put my light on. So I've got my B-pillar trim panel, yeah, and what I'll have to do is make holes here where the carpet is, which is fine, I'll do that at some point, and then you just put a sort of a plastic bung over that, so you can take it out and tighten the window up. Okay, I just haven't done it yet, but you can see here, you see that light bit there, that's the inside of the B-pillar trim cover, and there you can see the carpets there. So that'll be a big hole, and I will just cover that hole up with a bung to yeah, make it look okay. You can cover the bung in carpet if you really want to, but I didn't bother. But yeah, so the trick here is don't cut the hole that big. All right, you want it a reasonable size, but you've got to remember you've got to have a massive repair washer. Let's have a look. You know, you're going to need a repair washer like this, and that will go there, top and bottom, and you know, then you just do it up with a nut, you know, use an extender thing through the holes and tighten it up. Okay, so just to sort of demonstrate how the window fits, you can see here, so you can see I've got my bolts, the bolts that stick out in the window, you can see they're sort of lined up ready with the holes to go in. Yeah, this one is just scratching on the fiberglass because the window has to get pushed back, right, with the peg. So you can see, where this indentation is. This part of the window gets pushed all the way back and fills in this indentation so it's flush. I'm hoping that window is not going to fall. But yeah, you can then see on the inside here, you see, oh, I don't know if that's clear enough, but you can see the little peg there, and it's getting gripped on the underside of that metal, and it's holding it in place. Okay, so now I've pushed the window, the peg, I've slid the peg in, right, and it's now gripping. You can see there, it's gripping between these two bits here, the metal, right. I'm going to paint that all black because I've had to sort of grind it away because of my bodge job. But yeah, so now the window is pretty secure in there, and then all that happens is you bolt the window, so you push the window up against, and you need to have your door seal in, but you push your window up against, and it's quite flexible, and you see that, if you can imagine, I'm going to then bolt it with some big washers from the other side, and it literally is just trapped between the fiberglass B-pillar trim, and that's it. And that's how the window secures in place. And then you'll have this, there'll be a sort of a gap here where you can push in your sort of drip rail trim that then goes all along there. But that's it really. You know, you can see that it's not perfect down here. You can see how the kit's made, and then the top of the Boxster. What happened is your body shop will fill that in, make that good. But it's a pretty good fit, yeah? And that's it really. Easy peasy. So, you know, you want to be doing all of this before it goes to the paint shop. When it goes to the paint shop, you want to give them your windows so they can make sure and make it good, and they might sort of fill this crevice in so it's a bit more flush. But yeah, that is effectively your rear quarter window, and you'll never need to take them out really, unless, I can't think of a reason, unless you had to do some major engine work maybe, and it just would make it easier getting to the engine. But I've never had to take them out other than a reason because I broke one of the pegs. Well, I had to take them out last year actually, because my guys were doing a bit of touch up on the bodywork and it was just easier if they were out. But you know, in terms of day-to-day running, you don't need to worry about it. Okay, so here's one I prepared earlier, 3 years earlier. So yeah, you can see the window is in here, goes up against there. That's that black plastic trim I was talking about. These are my drip rails, they're actually from a Cayman. I'll do a separate video on that. But really, on the inside, I haven't got a seat at the moment because I put it in the other car. But if you actually look here, what I was talking about is I've just got these little plastic pegs, and there you can see the how I bolt the window in. So there's a couple of big repair washers there that go through that hole, and yeah, you just tighten it up. I think it's only an M10 bolt. So I've got one top, can't see it very well, oh no, seat's in the way. Yeah, so you've got one there and one there, and that's it. You never notice it. Job done. Oh, you can see how the window is pulled, the door seal is trapped underneath the window there. Yeah, but yeah, that's what it's all about. Oh look, I've put the window down. Excuse the dirtiness, it's filthy. There's no point cleaning it. So there you are, gang. I hope that's been useful for you, the old rear quarter windows. Like I said, they're not particularly difficult, but there are a few sort of things to watch out for. And yeah, it's all good, all good. I'm looking forward to getting those 3D printed pegs and see if that works, because that would be brilliant. Because I've got a lot of these windows that are sort of not able to be used at the moment because of that, just that one reason. So yeah, all good there. So for the rest of the day, what I'm going to do is, well, first of all, I'm going to tidy up this place because it's an absolute mess. I'm going to take the roll cage out because I've taken the seat out of the white car. I've tried it up where the seat belts mount on the roll cage. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to take that to my mate Mark next week, and he can weld them on. So that'll be good. And yeah, just sort of, oh, I'm going to have to recover the C-pillar trims because, yeah, I sort of, where I trimmed them back, in the end, you know, the carpet wasn't sticky anymore. So I'm just going to redo them, so I can get that done. I might even bolt the rear boot on because I need to start making a bit more progress. So, and also, finally, most importantly, I bought one of those home draft beer dispensers, and I've got a keg and it's been chilling, so I'm going to set that up just in time for Christmas. So anyway, take care everyone. If I don't do a video before Christmas, all have a lovely Christmas. Thank you very much for watching me and all the lovely comments, buying the merch, etc, etc. It really means a lot to me, and I'm really just having a great time, and yeah, it's been a ball. So you know, here's to plenty more years to come of me mucking around and building cars. Anyway, take care everyone, stay safe, bye bye.